In the shade of this aging maple tree in Maplewood Cemetery in Charlottesville is the final resting place of Paul Goodloe McIntire, who ranks with Thomas Jefferson in establishing the character of our community, Charlottesville, Albemarle, University of Virginia. Now, Paul McIntire established university schools, endowments, public libraries, and of course, parkland. And at the risk of making you dizzy, I'll do a 360 panorama. This is one of the nicest 9-hole public golf courses in Virginia, easily, and on the East Coast. McIntire Park was basically the result of the work of Paul Goodloe McIntire. The little bits and pieces, but he's the one that made this possible. And I always thought of McIntire Park as like the Charlottesville equivalent of New York's Central Park. It always puzzled me how New York City could keep a park in a city of such density. And somehow they did it. Now, down there you can just barely see the roof of the shelter for the wading pool. That's 250 in the background, 250 bypass. That's the playground over there. That's what serves as a clubhouse. So it's a beautiful, natural area. And it is painful to think that this is going to go. But it will go. Because this is the east side, and the mess is starting on the west side. And that's where we'll go. YMCA is going to look like, and the land it's going to take. That first picnic shelter is gone. This picnic shelter, steel posts and beams, is gone. These things would last another 100 years. And those are the picnic shelters that will be demolished. And that's where the YMCA would sit. The area that I'm on right now would be paved for additional parking. There would be additional parking where I'm standing and onto that ball field, and they're already thinking of making this thing bigger. There's a provision for future parking down there. Now, why would they have future parking if they're not planning on adding more stuff? So all this is gone. You don't know what you've got till it's gone. Pave paradise and put up a parking lot. And that's what they're going to do here. The ball fields go. A big rectangular field, artificial turf, not even natural grass, where the ball fields were about a half of that first to the right ball field, and the other one is. So this is a land grab. On the other side of the trees there's the railroad and the golf course, and they're already lining up to take chunks of that golf course as well. So this is basically the end of McIntire Park as a public park. So for those of you who are enjoying the public park at McIntire Park now, be prepared. Because when they lease land to a private organization, for all intents and purposes, it becomes private property. It is no longer a public park. So the plan is to triple the parking, and where I'm standing will be more parking places. About 200 yards directly in front of me is where the Dogwood Festival sets up the carnival rides. And when this park undergoes its transformation, the rides will be set up on the asphalt. So all the little kids with all their energy that run around and bump into each other, instead of falling on dirt and grass, will be falling on asphalt. Now isn't that a great selling point for this thing?